Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca, where we are going to be discussing on the latest. As usual, we are going to start with this report from Sport, claiming that President Joan Laporta have confirmed two new summer signings, and specifically a midfielder and a defender. We are going to be discussing much on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking on this other huge developing story, claiming that Barcelona have entered negotiations to sign Robert Lewandowski. Of course, we got the report the other time how Barcelona have agreed personal terms with the player and now they are trying to negotiate with his camp. We are going to be discussing much on that as we move ahead. Then lastly, we are going to be talking about Memphis Depay as it has been reported that he will meet the club executive in the summer to decide on his future. We are going to be looking at that as well. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're a lover of FC Barcelona, give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona have been working ahead in time to sign several players to reinforce their team for next season. The primary goal is to bring in free agents who can add depth to the squad and diversify the age group. With several news outlets floating around, it is hard to point out which players are closer to joining than others. Thankfully, Joan Laporta, in an interview recently with RAC1, as relayed by Sport, has revealed that Barcelona have already completed the signing of two players. He said, "We have completed two signings for next season already. One is a midfielder and the other is a centre-back, but I'm not allowed to mention their names," he said. The defender is almost certainly expected to be Chelsea's Andres Christensen, who has been strongly linked with an exit since last year, while the midfielder is Franquise, who has already been given the "here we go" from Fabrizio Romano. Barcelona were in a tussle with Bayern Munich for Christensen's signature and had reached verbal confirmation earlier this month. As for Franquise, an attractive salary package of around 6.5 million euros helped push the deal through. Both players are expected to be announced at the end of the season, with more signings as confirmed by Laporta himself on the way. So we have finally heard it from the boss himself. Of course, even though he didn't mention names, but we all know the players he's talking about. We have been coming across a lot of reports about these two confirmed signings in Andres Christensen and Franquise. Of course, their transfers will be made official, or let me say they will be officially announced at the end of this season. So there is still a lot of business to be done. So far I think it's been a great job from Laporta. He have made some incredible signings and he continues to do so. Andres Christensen is a very reliable centre back. Franquise as well, a very reliable midfielder. We have seen their exploits in their previous clubs before coming to Barca. So we hope that the other players that will be brought in the summer will be players that are top class players that can contribute a lot to this team's success. So there are still some negotiations still going on. Of course, players like Nusa Mazraoui, I think Mazraoui will likely be the third player who will make a move to the Camp Nou after Andres Christensen and Franquise. So let's see how things unfold as the summer window approaches. Then on to the next story of discussion. In the search for a striker, Barcelona were looking at the signing of Erling Haaland for a while before the operation started to become increasingly complicated. Haaland is expected to cost nearly 300 million euros over the next 5 years, which might be way over the edge for a team in deep financial trouble already. President Laporta has reiterated a few times now that the club will not attempt to go for any risky operations. As such, Barca are jotting down the names of high-profile replacements that can be fit in the team like a glove. One of the names strongly linked with the Swiss is Robert Lewandowski. Reliable outlet Cadena SAR, reports that negotiations for the signing of Lewandowski are already underway. The Polish striker is on the last year of his contract with Bayern Munich and has been facing troubles with his renewal. It seems like the two parties have been clashing their heads over the terms of the new contract, and the Bavarian Giants might want to let Lewandowski leave this summer to avoid losing him on a Bosman transfer in 2023. Lewandowski is the current holder of the European Golden Boot after his sensational 41 goals in Bundesliga last season. He is also the current leader for the award this year with 31 goals. The 33-year-old is expected to cost around 50 million euros and has reportedly been offered a 4-year contract by Barca. They will have to, however, convince Lewandowski to share his Real Madrid dream if they want to complete his signing. Then on to the next story of discussion. Amidst the rise of Barcelona stars in attack, Memphis Depay has been the one to suffer. Ferran Torres, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Ousmane Dembele have all climbed up the pecking order, while Memphis has had to become a rotational piece. In such a situation, the future of Memphis at Catalonia seems bleak. The return of Ansu Fati next month would see the Dutchman further drop down the pecking order and make it impossible for him to receive game time. According to a report from Mundo Deportivo, the winger's contract does not have the option of automatic renewal. His decision will be made when he meets the club's representative in the summer. Memphis has 3 options ahead of him. He could either look for a transfer away from the club in June, run down his contract and depart in 2023 for free, or renew with Barcelona and hope for a way back into the starting lineup. Several teams from the Serie A, including Juventus, are said to be interested in signing the Dutch star. Tottenham Hotspur have been keeping tabs as well and could emerge as the frontrunners in his pursuit. In 20 La Liga appearances this season, Memphis has scored 10 goals and provided 2 assists. His ability to link up and make off-the-ball runs prove valuable to the team's build-up. So given Xavi's preference for wide wingers and a focal striker, the chances of Memphis Depay finding a way back into this team are slim. Needless to say, a transfer in June would be the best way forward for all parties involved. It's rather unfortunate for Memphis Depay. Of course, Barca were going in the January transfer window hoping to bring in some players who will revive the team. And of course, that's what we are seeing. Memphis Depay does not have that place again. He's not a first choice under Xavi Hernandez. The form that Aubameyang portrays, Adama Traore, talking about Ferran Torres, Ousmane Dembele. Of course, those are quality players, no doubt. And it is very unfortunate that Memphis can't enter the lineup because we are seeing how good those new players are performing, and it's very difficult to see Memphis extend his stay. But of course, I did even say yesterday in one of my videos that I wish Barca could consider keeping Memphis Depay because he's still a valuable player. He will add a lot to this team. Of course, when we talk about having squad depth, is very important, and Memphis being in this team will be good because there are times that Xavi might rest Aubameyang. Memphis will be down to start, depending on how much games we will have. But it just keeps looking as though Barca want to get rid of him. Barca want to sell him in the summer, especially as they know very well that they will receive some money, from his sale, and given the fact that Barca are financially broke, that might be a key reason why they don't want to hesitate to put him on the market next season. Clubs are showing interest. Tottenham Hotspur showing interest. Juventus showing interest as well. So it remains to be seen where Memphis's future lies ahead of next season. So coolers, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest on FC Barcelona. Yeah, on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.